guys, and welcome to the last video for Naboo. It has been an incredible journey. I really appreciate all you guys through these 10 different segments. This is not going to be part 11 or anything. It's just going to be a final mock overview. The mock is done. I brought it to Brickworld, Kansas City. It was an amazing experience. I showed it off, completed mock there. Some of you guys came out, which I really appreciate it. So you already know what this mock looks like in person. Sadly, it will not be going to any more conventions after this. Probably right after this video, I would be, if I'm being totally honest, I will probably be destroying it, which is a little bittersweet. I may keep a couple little segments of it. I'll talk more about that later. But yeah, I mean, 1 year of building, I would guess close to maybe 70 to 75. Yeah, I'd say around somewhere a little less, maybe close to 70,000 Lego pieces, which is just insane. It is 3 base plates wide and 4 base plates long. It has been tons of Bricklink orders, Lego Shop at Home orders. I'm sure tons of Pick-a-Brick cups, maybe even close to 100. It's just surreal, and also I want to give a little credit to Eggy Egghead. So he is actually my friend. You guys might know him from the channel. He's been on a couple streams and whatnot. But me and him collaborated on this mock, so I'll leave a link to him in the description. He doesn't make any videos at the moment, but I really encourage you guys to give him some support. Just give him a subscription, and hopefully he'll make a video soon. So yeah. So so basically, this is the Battle of Naboo. Many of you guys might be like, hey, this isn't actually really Naboo. I don't know what you're talking about. Just a disclaimer. I'm gonna go ahead and say this is out of my own head. This is a clone base that may exist in the canon for Star Wars. Not sure, but I like to believe it would be. So Naboo is kind of a big planet. I'd like to say this. They built this base, but this is based shortly after Episode 2, right around the start of the Clone Wars. So you have Phase 1 troopers facing off against, obviously, the droids. So that is why there's Phase 1, because it's early in the Clone Wars. So basically the Separatists, or the droids, are trying to attack the clone base, which the clone base is just kind of a standard clone base. It's big troops, so they have a lot of troops running through. This is where most of the just kind of the stuff for Naboo flows through. So yeah, they are also working tightly with the Naboo Guard, so the Naboo militia on the planet. The clones work with them, so they're trying to take out the droids. So yeah, a couple shout outs to some, not necessarily sponsors of the mock, but some suppliers. Obviously, I'm not going to list every single Bricklink store or anything, but a couple shout outs to Clone Army Customs. I will leave a link in the description to them. You guys probably have heard of them. They make custom minifigures and custom weapons. So some weapons in this are actually from them, as well as a couple figures, which aren't necessarily Phase 1, but still, I thought I'd throw them in. They're amazing customs, as well as Big Kid Bricks. A big shout out to them. I picked up a bunch of weapons from them, a bunch of DC-15As, the Clone Trooper blaster there. So yeah, big shout out to them. Pick those up at Brickworld. Great people. So yeah, that's going to wrap it up for this segment. Let's go ahead and get into it right now, guys. So here we are. So basically the main battle is going to be on the bridge up there on top, as well as the battle on the beach. So you have the clones coming out of the base because the droids are advancing very rapidly. The droids have the good old MTT, so we're going to go ahead and just get onto the bridge here. The droids have the MTT, that is Lego's most recent MTT, not the biggest one or anything. It's a cool ship, so I thought I'd throw it in. So the droids have the MTT advancing on the bridge, and the clones are countering that with the clone turbo tank, as well as this is the most recent clone turbo tank. So the clones are sending out the turbo tank to possibly hopefully counter the MTT quite well. The MTT does have plenty of troops, which they plan to drop off inside the base once they reach there. So you guys can see we have a small Easter egg, so we have tons of different battle scenes going on, but one of my favorites is the flamethrower and the droid. This guy is launching his flamethrower as this droid's getting shot. It probably won't do anything to the metal of the droid, but it still looks super cool. You have a couple rocket-armed B2 super battle droids there. Yeah, you have a couple droidicas, a couple battle droids, just standard B1, and then you have a couple B2. So you can see the clones right here are armed with DC-15As. Those are the primary clone blaster, as well as you can see a trooper right there with a rocket launcher, hoping to take out maybe that MTT, at least put a dent in it, along with a droid over there, right there, with another rocket launcher. As you can see, those are both supplied by Clone Army Customs. So also right there, just want to mention a little Easter egg. You have President Business playing some golf. Shout out to my boy President Business, teeing off from the top of the MTT. That's interesting to say the least. Another little quick thing here is you have a nice clone trooper lieutenant, I believe. He is jumping up on his jetpack, ready to try to take out some droids. I really like how that came out. So yeah, okay. So to the right here we have the Z95 Headhunter. So this set, I believe, was released in 2013. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it is from the Umbara set wave. So this may have not been in commission, but it looks really good. So yeah, you have the Z95 flying over. It is trying to run away currently from the Vulture droid. I have a single Vulture droid up here. I'm not quite sure which set that came from because there's a lot of Vulture droids. But you see, we have the stud shooter, kind of spring-loaded missile, little pieces there shooting at the obviously at the Z95. So they're in a little dogfight at the moment. The Z95 is looking to possibly pull up past the wall of the base there. As well as you can see Mr. Lando Calrissian. If you guys remember that little scene from Solo, a Star Wars story, he is getting, he is filming the Lando Chronicles at the moment. So that's a little funny Easter egg I thought I'd throw in there. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get back onto the beach. So right here on the beach, we're going to go ahead and actually lower you guys down and get you back in right now. We have a couple B2s right here. So yeah, this is kind of like a little trench, just kind of man-made. But yeah, so over here we have a little bit of some flowers right there, kind of little blue flowers, almost looking a little like Felucia maybe. But yeah, you have some B2s just kind of walking in the jungle, so that you have these kind of trails throughout the jungle. Because these are this actually seems like something the clones would do. Maybe these are their trails they would take while going scouting missions or whatnot. But they are, you know, it is in the middle of the jungle, so it's a little overgrown at parts. Right here we have a little tiny Easter egg for Brickworld, Kansas City. So obviously I took this convention to Brickworld, Kansas City. As you guys can see right there, that's the brick. I also forgot to mention that in the haul. I did get 2 of these Brickworld, Kansas City bricks. Super dope. But yeah. So I put that brick there just to represent what that Easter egg means, as well as you have Dorothy and Toto there, which obviously the movie takes place at the start, at least in Kansas. You know, the iconic line, "We're not in Kansas anymore." You know how it goes. So right over here we have a little Easter egg. This was very popular at the convention. Everybody loved it. Just a little kind of dance party. So you guys see we have 3 different minifigures from the collectible minifigure series, at least for the Lego Movie 2. Then you have Mr. Batman. It is like heavy metal Batman, just jamming out on the guitar, so respects to him. You have some very interesting minifigs. You have a Tusken Raider, a Series 18, or yeah, I think 18 minifigure, maybe even 17 of the guy lifting the weight in the bottom left corner there. You have a random minifigure created by my friend. You have a giraffe. You have 2 banana guys and a rebel pilot, as well as like a stormtrooper, patrol trooper sort of thing. So very interesting. I don't really know what's going on. You got some speakers up there. They're just bopping out again. I don't know. Okay, guys. I don't know what's going on. You make your own story of what's going on. Okay. So we're going to move over here to probably one of my favorite parts, I would say, as well. I mean, I love the whole MOC, but this is kind of the back jungle section. So as you guys can see right there, we do have the Corporate Alliance tanks. So the Corporate Alliance tanks are bringing a little bit of reinforcements to the ground level. So they're going over to the beach, gonna put some heavy firepower into the clones. I don't know, yeah. But so again, you guys can see just more little details. Lots of bamboo pieces used to make those kind of jungle kind of stem little I don't know, plant things wings. So that, honestly, the aesthetic looks really good, I think. We have one of our pillars that are holding up the bridge. I would have liked to maybe make a more fancy design, but I mean, it gets the job done. That's pretty much all I needed to do. We have the back of the MTT there. Also, the design I used for the bridge was totally custom. Totally custom railing design. Really happy how that came out. Yep, so super cool. And then also the bridge is made up of pretty much all circle tiles, if you guys can see that. There's some like different non-circle tiles just to break up the monotony, but pretty much all circle tiles, which I think looks really nice. So yeah, we gotta zoom in there. Looks very, very cool. Here we have a very, very interesting, well, actually we're gonna get to that in a second, but here we have the second Corporate Alliance tank, still just kind of plowing through the forest. Awesome stuff there. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and switch over to this little Easter egg. I mean, it's not really an Easter egg, but I mean, I don't know. You can call it what you want. But also, well, before we get there, we have a little flower, kind of flowers overgrowing from this swamp, as we're gonna see in here in a sec. So super cool little. That flower piece is one of my favorites, so I really like that. Then we have over here, we have the swamp. So you guys have probably seen the swamp. I mean, I think so. It uses a lot of olive green just kind of around the swamp. Just stack some studs up, so it looks really cool. You have a couple Lego Movie 2 like alien swamp dudes, just kind of lizard. I don't even know. Super cool. They're just crawling out. You see tons of different plant pieces. Those vine pieces and the kind of seaweed pieces, whatnot. Looks really awesome. Really like how that came out. Yeah, so that's going to be it for the swamp. But then we have another small, honestly, very small Easter egg. A lot of people didn't get it, sadly. This is that shot from the trailer of The Force Awakens where Kylo Ren, puts his lightsaber out, and then Rey's, standing there. So it's a little Starkiller Base Easter egg. Shout out to Rich Boy J, who's building Starkiller Base, I guess. Then, one other Easter egg, very kind of hidden. A lot more people saw this than I thought. It is, Lloyd, I believe, Cole, maybe Zane, I don't know, guys. I'm not a Ninjago dude, so just correct me if I'm wrong. And Garmadon, they're having a little fight there, so kind of a little Ninjago Easter egg. I don't even know what it is. I don't know anything about Ninjago. I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and get on to the bunker. This is a custom little kind of bunker I made. Really cool stuff here. We're going to go ahead and zoom out. I apologize for being so close there. Yes, this is a custom bunker I made, so this is the back side of the bunker. It is actually overgrown. So this might be from the Old Republic or something, or a previous attack on this base or this institution, whoever's base this was before. This may have been an Old Republic base. That's kind of my little theory about it. But I honestly think it looks really cool. This is something I'm actually going to keep, this bunker. Very happy with the design. It was just kind of complete trial and error, but it worked out, which is awesome. So we're going to go ahead and move you guys over here. Maybe get a better view at that bunker if I can just move around here. So you guys can see the front of the bunker, obviously. I think it looks honestly really good. It's a simple design. It has some nice slopes going up the side, which will make it look very, 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 very cool. So yeah. So also going towards the beach, there are less bamboo pieces, as you guys can see, because the forest kind of declines. It may have been a lush forest, and then the water probably came in from the city of Naboo or something, Theed maybe, and then caused the beaches to just kind of go up as well. So I really like how that looks, to be honest. It's a nice smooth transition, especially right into the sand green. But here is a very, very exciting part of the MOC. So this is the crashed Naboo Starfighter. So this has gone through, I would say, maybe 20 different iterations. So this is a very interesting thing. Those of you who have been watching since the beginning probably don't even remember what this looked like, because it has changed so much. So yeah, basically this Naboo Starfighter kind of jammed right into the ground. So it was shot down probably by that vulture droid. I'm not quite sure what ship. But yeah, so it basically lost its engines, its wings, it is still kind of mid-crash, but it also leaned up against this rock, so that's kind of lucky, I guess. You have smoke coming all out of it and different debris everywhere, and it's just not a good situation for this Naboo Starfighter. I did have young Anakin there, a little bit gory, but young Anakin is surviving there, I think. He might be dead, I don't know. Don't ask me, guys. But, so, yeah, that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for the Naboo Starfighter. I really hope you guys enjoyed that, or enjoyed what that looked like. There's the second pillar, also, just a little heads up. And also, you can see a little surfer dude surfing into battle, just kind of doing his thing. Then we have Emmett and Benny, just classic, a little cameo. One other thing I wanted to mention is this bridge design on the sides. Why there is tan and whatnot is because it's weathering. So, you know, that's kind of why there's tan. Also, I just didn't have enough light gray plates, so that's all I'm going to say. But yeah, so we're going to get on to the other side of the beach. We've talked a lot about the left side. We're going to get on to the right side of the beach. So this is the rocky side. This is kind of the going into the base side. So these rocks, they basically carved out a mountain pretty much to build this base. So honestly, a pretty smart move for the clones, obviously, I think. So they pretty much like shaved off a lot of the mountain. Probably used some of the rocks to build the actual base. But so you guys can see the different unique rock work we have here. So this is pretty much just trial and error. It is using all kinds of different slopes. Yeah, so you guys can see all those different little details there. I'm going to try to pan across for you guys. I mean, it's insane. I mean, I'm really happy. You guys remember the first kind of iteration I had of the rock wall? I thought it was good, but it didn't look that great. It looked a little too basic for my liking, but very cool stuff. We'll get into the other side of the rock mountains as well, or rocks as well. Then you can see a little look, I think it's like an E-Web blaster, but they didn't have those. But I mean, it looks pretty cool. A little blaster design I came up with. Again, more rocks. Hopefully you guys can see that. I'll try to move you over. It looks so cool. Definitely one of my favorite parts. Obviously, the rock are so cool. You guys can also see a couple of different rocks throughout the river. Those just rocks that came up. Yeah, so that's that. But then over here you can see some sneaky droids. So these are kind of the jungle droids, the newer droid that was released with the Kashyyyk sets this year. But yeah, so these droids are kind of like, I view them as like elite droids. They aren't necessarily commando droids, but they are a little bit more elite than the standard B1 battle droids. Sorry about that there. But yeah, so they have a little rope kind of thing going up, and they're climbing up. Just doing their thing, gonna sneak in to the base, maybe get an extra little scouting, let the other droids know what it's like in there. Yeah, so you guys can see right there too, we have a little design for a kind of a wall design. I don't know what it is, maybe a little filter or a vent or some sort, and then you have a couple of these grills to kind of break up the monotony, make it look a little better. And then we're going to get into the second kind of part of the wall, the top, the taller part, if you want to say. But so this is three main windows, three main sections of windows. Technically, you only have, or you have four windows, but they're all, they're pretty much three windows. So you have this big one right here. You have two smaller ones right there, more for light purposes. Then you have this big one over here, which actually has a piece caving in, which I just noticed, which is kind of funny. Then you have a piece right there, very, very cool. These two designs are just kind of like little icons. This is a little Republic symbol on it, just letting know this is the Republic base. Also, again, breaking up the monotony. Could be a fan or something. This is a little warning sign that, hey, like, get to your battle stations, because there's flashing red, like, hey, yo, we got to get to our battle stations, come on. So yeah, that's going to go and wrap it up for that side of the wall. We're going to go in quick. Just forgot something down here. This is a door that is being currently opened. I'll show you guys what it's opening for. It is opening for an ATRT, but I'll show you that later once we get into the the first floor into the base. But yeah, so that's going to actually wrap it up. So that door's cracked open, as you guys saw. That's going to wrap it up for this section. We're going to go ahead and jump over to that side to get a better view at that beach. Here we go. So here we are at the beach, the other side, the more kind of battle intense version of the beach. So you can see we have a couple droidicas, we have a couple B2 battle droids, we have a lot of B1 battle droids, then we have General Grievous, so he is leading the charge. For the first time probably ever, he is actually on the battle. He is like on the battlefront, so he's in the battle, he's helping out his droids, which is just hilarious because that never happens, at least for him. But then you guys can see we have a little spider droid there, which there we possibly may have Mr. Fives. So ARC Trooper Fives, you guys might know him remember him from the Clone Wars. So technically, you know, if you're being super critical, he should not be in this battle, at least for the Phase 2. Like, he shouldn't be in this Phase 2 armor. But, you know, he could be experimenting with the Phase 2 armor. Maybe it hasn't come out yet. Maybe he's like a first test subject or something. Just say it looks dope, okay? So he's jumping up on that rock, about to shoot that thing, which looks awesome. Then you can see Captain Rex. So these two figures are supplied by Clone Army Customs. Amazing Clone Army Customs Captain Rex there with his dual wielding. Then you can see all these Phase 1 clones running out with the big kid Bricks blasters. You can see one guy a little scared. He's hiding behind that rock. Doesn't really want to get out of there. Then you can see the amazing rock work we have done there. You have some vines also kind of growing up out of the wall, so very cool there in the top or in the left side of your screen. But yeah, so amazing rock work, just kind of different angles and whatnot. I really like how that looks. You have another vent. It almost like for some reason looks like the Death Star laser. I don't know why, but it looks cool. You know, super cool stuff there. Then you have an ARF Trooper, I believe. Yep, ARF Trooper. So he's kind of like a sniper. He's shooting down from the balcony onto the droids, which looks super cool. Then you have the same wall design, so you guys know what that already looks like. You know, same different window design and whatnot. So yeah. So over here we have obviously the fighter tank is coming out, so that is coming out to take out the droids, hopefully give them a little backup, or give the clones a little backup. But yeah, that looks super cool. That's just kind of the standard Lego fighter tank, not the big one, but the smaller one, so super cool. Then what else? I cannot think. What else? I don't know. I think that's kind of, at least I think that's kind of it. For the beach, you have Kiadi Mundi. A little shout out to him. You got that surfer dude in the background. Again, you have this rock work. I mean, that's what it looks like. You have the other pillar to the right there. But yeah, so that's going to wrap it up for the first kind of jungle, beach, rock section. So let me know what you guys think of that. So we're going to go ahead and get on to the base now, the kind of main part of the MOC. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that part. Let's go and jump onto that right now. Went ahead and jumped right into the barracks here. So this is the barracks. So this is where the clones kind of sleep. This is a bunk bed design I came up with. There also may not be as many bunk beds as there are clones, but I just threw it in. I just threw in some. I didn't need a whole. I didn't need a bed for each and every trooper because maybe not all of them are staying here. So this is the bed design I came up with right here. I'll go ahead and grab it for you guys. Pretty simple little design here, to be totally honest. Just uses some simple light gray plates as well as some dark gray plates and some light gray bricks, and just kind of all flows together quite nicely. So yeah, I have how many beds? I have 8 beds, so 6. Well, I have 8 bunk beds, so 16 total beds for people to sleep on. So I mean, yeah, we'll just say that's enough for the clones. But yeah, so you have a clone there waking up in the middle of battle, being like, "What's going on? I'm so confused." So yeah, this is on the first floor, so this is a little section. Then off to the side there, I don't really know if I can get a good view. I'll try to maybe get it from a different angle. You guys can see the barracks, or not the. I just talked about the barracks. It is the armory. I apologize, but you have a cool little barrier there to kind of block it off. It is kind of almost like well, it's not really a snod technique, but I put the grate plates into the ground, which I've never seen before, and I think it looks really good. So yeah, so you have a door to the rightmost there. You guys can see for obviously run out to battle or something. Also, a quick little design here, some little tiny pillars. These just have a quick little kind of grills on the side, which I really like. You have a clone trooper running down the main hallway there, hopefully going out to battle maybe. Then over here to the left, you guys can probably tell, or you guys probably know about this, but this is the mess hall. So this is, again, I would say one of my favorite parts, but you know, I've said that about a lot of stuff. But yeah, so it looks really nice. The mess hall came out super nice. This is where obviously they go eat. Not really many people are eating except for this dude and the bartender of all people. The bartender is like serving drinks, which doesn't seem like the greatest time to be serving drinks, but I mean, hey, if he wants to do it, he can do it. But yeah, so that's what's going on there at the mess hall. Pretty simple, you know. We got some shelves and whatnot. Then over here, we have an Easter egg that might scar, so viewer discretion is advised. But this guy's missing a leg. I don't know where his leg went. He's got some blood coming out. I don't know if he like lost it or something, but sorry, he died. This guy's about to get choked to death. These guys are about to probably die. I'm sorry. Then there's Darth Vader. It's like the Rogue One scene. I'm sorry, guys. I just probably scarred you for life. But yeah, so we're just gonna move on to the armory. Sorry for that slightly scarring incident. We're at the armory finally. Something a little less scary. But yeah, you guys can see. Hopefully, you can see the armory pretty well there. You have some obviously weapons. That's where the armory is. But most of them are taken because they're used in the battle. Obviously, like people have gone and grabbed them for the battle. So yeah, you have one clone in there, kind of grabbing his helmet. There's also a helmet rack to the right. I don't know if you guys can see that. I mean, you might be able to a little bit. Yeah. Hopefully, you guys can see the helmet rack. That's pretty dope. But yeah, so that's that for the little section. So this all kind of slides out as one section right there. So also here's another little pillar design. These are this is kind of one of the main 3 big pillars that I have supporting the SNOP second floor right there. So we're gonna go ahead and jump in. We are in the base, so we're kind of getting serious now. So it might want to focus. Well, we're just going to focus on the fighter tank right now. So this is kind of a big storage base. At least the first floor is a lot of storage. So they're storing, I mean, the fighter tank, which some guys are about to get in. But they have a lot of crates and different crates over here and whatnot. You have some clones. You have Chopper making a cameo from the Rebels TV show. Pretty cool there. He's kind of inserting his little thing into a console, which is cool. Then you have some clones with Commander Gree here getting all set up for the battle, or I don't know, he's maybe commanding them to go fight or something. This is a pillar design, which I really like. That's just for one side. Then the other side is a couple command, kind of like consoles and whatnot. Then right in front of us, sorry, we're zoomed in now. We have some crates. This is actually 2 crates, but one stacked on top of each other. We're going to go ahead and just move that for a sec. See if you guys can get a better view. We have a couple speeders here, so these guys are kind of this guy, at least, is working on a speeder. I don't know where the other driver is. But yeah, so that's some speeders. This dude all the way over there. It's another ARC Trooper. He's getting on his ATRT. The doors are opening, so he's about to go fight the droids, maybe get a little sneak attack. So yeah, then you guys can see maybe there's another ATRT right there. This one is not currently in use. Maybe somebody will get on it. Yeah, I have lots of protocol droids, whatnot, going throughout the base. We have some pretty big little crate section there. Some crates all just kind of being crates. I don't know, storing stuff. I have no clue what is in these. Maybe food or materials or whatnot. I don't know if they're like taking minerals or something from the ground in Naboo. So we're gonna jump onto the med center. So this is where all your medical things happen. So you have the surgery room. You have a little command thing for all the medical stuff, as well as you have a little storage room. So this is where they keep all the cool kind of meds and whatnot. This is actually just kind of overall meds, but you can also keep cool meds in here. So this is what this first section is right here. So it has some shelves. It is obviously encased in this kind of little design. You have a protocol droid coming to maybe get some stuff. But yeah, super cool little kind of little area to grab meds and whatnot. You have a door. Then you have a little little console thing, which I really wish I could show you guys. It's an amazing design, but I actually can't because I can't get in there. But then you have a little. This is kind of like I don't know if this is like an abandoned kind of system or something. Let me just move around here, but this is pretty much like some junk, to be honest. It just kind of fills the space nicely, so it may have been an abandoned kind of machine almost. That's what it looks like to me. But yeah, so that's pretty much that little section. The middle section is probably the most boring. Just a lot of command consoles. This guy has a big command console. If you guys can maybe tell that, I don't know. You might be able to tell, but he has like a big kind of command console thing. You can tilt these, which is cool. So if you want them closer to him or whatnot. Then right over here, you have the main kind of surgery room. So this guy, actually, right here, poor dude, again. lost an arm. So this medical droid is actually operating on him as well as that guy. Then you have a small design there for a little console. If somebody needs to go check on his vitals or something. Pretty cool stuff there. You have some crates. You have this guy chilling on a chair, watching his friend get surgery. Which, I don't know why you would do that, but that's cool, I guess. I mean, it's a little kind of weird to, like, watch your friend get his arm cut open, but okay. Then you see, these are a couple chairs. These are actually designed by Lego Buff Productions. Shout out to him. So, yeah, that's from one of his clone bases. You have a little command console there, and then you have some crates throughout the room and whatnot. So that's going to go and actually wrap it up for the first floor. So this is another shot if you guys wanted to. There's the ATRT dude. And that's another shot of the first floor. First floor is really good. One thing I would like is to have better lighting under here, but I mean, that's okay because the real action's on the second floor. So yeah, speaking of the second floor, let's jump into the second floor right now. So here we are, we're on the second floor, obviously. So this is kind of the main staging area, I would say, for the battle. So we have two separate command centers. We have this one right here, and then we have one on the other side, which we'll obviously get to once we get to the other side. But so basically, it's a snot technique. So this little platform kind of lifts itself up, so it's kind of its own thing. But the entire second floor and the first floor are both just a bunch of gray bricks stacked up, and then they just kind of slide on top of the pillars. And they just kind of chill here. So it's a very interesting little technique. I really like that I used it. It definitely saved me some money because I could have just used tiles and plates, but that would have been a lot more money. So I'm glad I made it with the snot technique. So yeah, basically made these just to... It was Eggy Egghead's design just to kind of break up the monotony of, you know, just kind of just the gray bricks after gray bricks. But it honestly looks really good. I really like it. You have the yellow kind of little, I don't know what they are, fence pieces, just kind of make sure nobody falls off the edge, to be totally honest. Yeah, so you have a little command center right here. So here we have a little bit of a radio tower kind of design. I actually really like how this came out. Used some nice dark red elements there. Very, very cool. That's it on some jumpers. So then we have a lot of different control panels. We have kind of a main little console. I actually saw this on somebody used this one, a builder. He used the R2-D2 head as like a control thing, which I guess makes sense. I kind of like it. It's actually not too shabby. So yeah, I just built that, or put that there. Looks pretty cool. So that's a little hollow table. You have a couple Jedi. You have Ayla Secura, Mace Windu, as well as just a standard officer and a protocol droid over there, just kind of discussing things. So cool there. This actually was in the wrong spot, so I just moved that. That's a little back there, kind of like the Hoth control panels, if you guys remember those from Hoth. There's no sticker on it, just kind of a control panel for somebody to do some stuff on. Actually looks kind of cool. Then we have another hollow table, and you guys will see the bigger one, what this kind of like. So this is like a hollow table. This is kind of, I don't know, showing some, maybe the battle. The reason why it's red studs kind of means danger, I think. Then I had a little extra space, so I just kind of chuck a crate on there. Looks really nice, to be totally honest, just kind of standard. Then we have the windows along the wall, obviously. They go through both sides. Then this dude over here is just guarding the door, just because, I don't know why. Then we have crates, kind of, here are a couple crates right there. Then, as you guys can see, that we have this middle area. So this is, I would have liked to I would have liked to have some arrows or something, but that's okay. But here we have a squad. So there's the back of the turbo tank first. It's rolling out of the door. But here we have a squad of clones. This looks really cool. You have Commander Cody kind of like leading them, just like, hey, let's go get them, you know. It's so you have, what is that, 4, 8, 16. So you have 16. Nope, I'm dumb. You have, guys, I'm sorry. I'm good at math, trust me. You have 12 clones. I'm sorry. You have 12 clones there, all getting ready to go. Those are all phase 1. There's one Clone Wars clone in there. Let me know if you spotted it. But then you have the gunship, bro. So this is the 2013 gunship. It looks so good. So it's a little raised off the ground. So we're going to jump over there. Get you guys a little bit of a better view of that. So here's the gunship. We're here at the gunship. Yay. Yay. Okay, so yeah, this is what's going on with the gunship. It's just kind of landing right now, so it actually is kind of it's dropping off the troops. So if you guys can see, there's I don't know what kind of trooper it is. It might be like a commander. It's the green clone. He's kind of directing them off. He's like, hey, go, jump off, jump off. So these guys are all jumping off, probably going to go on the bridge or something to battle it out, which looks really cool. You have 4, 5, you have 6 clones in there, all getting ready to jump out, not including the commander guy. You have a couple phase 1 pilots there. I took off the bubble turrets just because, like, they actually didn't get used too often. It was really only during the Battle of Geonosis when the bubble turrets were used. Then we have these guys right there, which I didn't decide to put any figures in just because, like, this is more of a drop off. This isn't really going into battle or anything. Maybe the gunship will fly out, but we'll see. Then over there we have the big door, or big doors. I don't know. It might be one door. I don't know. But yeah, that looks really cool. Having the turbo tank obviously going out. We have a couple little crates, just kind of chilling. Nice little Easter egg of R2-D2 and C-3PO, just kind of watching on. They're usually in a lot of. They're in every Star Wars movie except for Solo, which was kind of weird. But yeah. So I just chucked them in because they look kind of cool. Then here is the second command center over here. So again, this is kind of this floor is mainly for just command and getting troops mobilized and ready to go. So you have a little crate there, and then you have the same yellow design and whatnot for that little kind of hole area. But then you have this awesome fan design. So this is like, it might sound like it's a design a fan made, but it is a design of a fan, like a fan that blows wind. So it might be a little ventilation kind of fan type thing, so it kind of circulates air through it. It has a little power source of that blue, just kind of that ion thing goes over or something like that. Looks really cool there. Then you have an officer. You have a couple of the Naboo Royal Guard. So like I said previously, they are kind of representing the Naboo Guard, as well as that crashed Naboo Starfighter. Sadly, it's crashed, but it was representing the Naboo Guard. So you have a couple little consoles there with figures in it. I do see there are a couple possibly First Order minifigures in there. Just ignore that. They're officers. They're all working for the Republic. Then you have the big holo table here. So you have a lot of admirals and commanders and a couple clones all discussing what's going on. So this is a big holo table representing the whole battle. You know, probably the higher parts representing the ships or the bridge, and then the lower parts are obviously representing the beach or the jungle. Then you have some computer designs here. Really like how these came out. Then you have a little kind of console back here. A little corner console area. So yeah, that's super cool. So that's going to go in actually, I mean, the second floor is quite quick. Not as many little details, but it is the exact same size as the first floor. So let's go ahead and get on to the closing segment. And yeah, let's go and talk about that right now. It does hurt me a little bit to say that this is the end of Naboo. I really just want to thank you guys all for this incredible journey. It has been, like I said at the beginning, a year of building, hundreds upon hundreds of hours of building, of work, of hard work, dedication. I really appreciate those of you who have been here since the start of the channel. It's been over a year since I started the MOC and about a year since I started the channel. So I actually started making it before I made the channel. But yeah, so I mean, I really appreciate it. There's some just people that have stuck around a lot. I really appreciate that. Again, big shout out to Eggy Egghead. Make sure you check him out in the description below. Also, I just wanted to mention that 2 of these base plates will be saved. I believe it will be 2 of the beach base plates. One of the beach closer to the jungle, and then one with the rocks on it, and I will kind of modify that for a possible MOC I might make. So yeah, that Naboo will still be with us a little bit. I will be destroying this pretty soon after. I will be doing filming a couple more things. So let me know what you guys thought of the cinematic video. I thought that was pretty cool. So yeah, let me know what you thought of that. I can't thank you guys enough for this incredible journey. This, again, would not be possible without your guys' support, because I would be doing this for nothing. So it is very emotional to see this MOC go. It'll be tough to let it go. It is like my child, pretty much. But yeah, so we have some very, very, very exciting plans for the future of the channel and of my MOC building career. So I will be announcing those soon. But yeah, as usual, like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what's your guys' favorite part of Naboo. I don't really ask that broad of a question too often, but what is your guys' favorite part? Let me know when you first saw the MOC. Was it at Brickworld, or was it how long ago was it? Did you see it on my channel? So yeah, I really appreciate it, guys. Just thank you so much for everything you guys do. I just can't believe this is the last video I'll ever make for Naboo. So yeah, that's gonna go ahead and be it. And yeah, I don't know what to say. Peace out, guys. See ya.